Welcome back to JoyNews Today. 54.1%. That's the new inflation rate for the month of December 2022. The year began with an inflation rate of 13.9% and has finally ended with 54.1%, translating into an annual average of more than 31.4%. Joining me via Zoom is Head of Price Statistics at the Ghana Statistical Service, John Foster Ajao. Good afternoon to you, Mr. Ajao, and I want you to break this down for us. What are the key drivers of this new rate?
Good afternoon, my dear, and good afternoon to our viewers. So, as you rightly said, we ended the year with 54.1%, and we had about 5 key drivers that pushed inflation to 54.1%. These are the housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels, recording about 82.3%. Then we have things that we use in decorating our rooms, what we call the furnishing, household equipment, our TVs and stuff. They recorded an inflation rate of 71.5%. Then, of course, transport, even though we did see some reduction in the transport fares, but that also contributed 71.4%. And then our personal care, our toothpaste and all that also recorded 60.9%. And then, as usual, and as we all know, food and non-alcoholic beverages also contributed hugely to the 54.1%.
Let's do a comparative analysis of the headline figures. I mean, you're talking about food and non-food inflation. Hello, Mr. Ajao.
Yes, I can hear. Sorry.
Yes. So I'm saying that we should do a comparative analysis of the headline figures. I'm talking about food inflation and non-food inflation.
Great. So if you watch carefully, for food inflation, for instance, last month it was 55.3. It's inched up a little to 59.7. So it means that we still need to keep our eye on what is causing the food inflation to go up. For non-food, last month was also 46.5. For this month, it's gone up to 49.9. And there we know that at the forest front, there is stability. So we have the hope, we are confident that if that continues, the coming few months, we may see a stability, or if not a drop in the non-food side. But for food, we need to work more on that score.
So that means that there's finally, the increase is slowing down finally. Is that what it means?
Exactly. If you want the figures, I mean, I should say comparatively over the month, you know, last month we did record an excess of 9 percentage points between the previous last 2 months and last month. And this time around, it's about 3.8 percentage point increase. So it shows that the rate is slowing. And if we are able to do what we're doing, then certainly in the near future, we may probably come to stability, or if not, even begin to have a reversal of the rate.
So specifically, do we have predictions for this year, how inflation will be measured?
If you watch, I mean, the way we've started the year, looking at the slow, and the fact that some part of last year we saw significant increases, one will, I mean, reasonably expect that giving up policy dynamics and holding them constant, this year will not see that much turbulence as we saw last year. Unless, of course, there are new policies that we are not aware that may come in because of the year, then that one we cannot predict. But otherwise, looking at where we stand and what we've seen, we should be having a stability in the rate of inflation during this year.
I'm grateful for your time. John Foster Ajao is Head of Price Statistics at the Ghana Statistical Service. Now, away